Just making sure everything working here. Okay. A little glitchy start there. All right, but it looks like we are working. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. J-Bone After Dark. Impact After Dark. Doesn't any better than some Impact After Dark, does it? Oh, man, it feels good to be back on here talking some Impact Wrestling. Hey, viewers, nice to see. Getting some chatters. We got Ronnie. What's up? Hey. Louise. What's up, brother? Come crack a cold one with Uncle J-Bone and talk some Impact, Ronnie. Come on in. Kick back. Kick your shoes off. Crack a cold one. Yeah, nothing exciting tonight. I'm out of beer, so we got our Diet Dew over here. And we got a Rowdy Renz. Is that a new name in my chat? I can't remember. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. But if you are new, and if you're digging the content, don't forget to smash that like button. Oh, I just completely screwed. Smash that like button and smash that sub button. And ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Oh, wow. So yeah, I'll be honest. Nope. Well, you should. The other guys in the chat will tell you. Hit me with a big nope. Hard. Yeah, I gotta catch up on last week's. I did not watch last week's Impact Wrestling, believe it or not. I know. Don't fall out of your chairs, folks. I missed an episode of Impact Wrestling. Ronnie, nope. I was watching other stuff. You know, I watched so much wrestling. I hadn't watched like anything else in weeks, months. I watched, I caught up on some Netflix stuff. I watched, what did I watch? Oh, great series, Altered Carbon. A great futuristic whodunit kind of series. So, pretty cool. Saying not my first time listening to your podcast. Oh, well then welcome back. I apologize I did not recognize. I try to, recognize names, but I'm a bit of an fart. So I don't recognize everyone's names if they're not on here for every show or as active as some others. But knocking you. Welcome back. Good to see you here. Much appreciated. So what an episode coming off of a crazy night last night that there you go. Give Rowdy some love. That's nice, Ronnie. After last night's crazy rally for AEW and Lucha Brothers attacking the Young Bucks. Now, Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. I tell you what, I'm seeing more and more people. I want to talk about this just for a minute. Then we'll get into talking about the show tonight. I see more and more people. Look, some people are jumping on the AEW bandwagon. Some people ain't. Some people are like, it's just the hottest T-shirt selling company. Okay, everyone's got their opinions. That's fine. But I feel like AEW has the power, the ability to do something different and fresh. I mean, they already made the partnership with OWE. It's Wrestling Entertainment. I believe that's what it stands for. Out of China. And right before the rally, they introduced a partnership with AAA. So you gotta think that maybe they've got one that they're working on with Impact Wrestling. I'm in a world of wrestling, but considering half of the roster, well, not maybe not a good chunk of the roster with Impact Wrestling goes to AAA / and had a piece of the Lucha Underground show, in their past, which gave them the ability to be on TV with wrestling. Most people know that. Ronnie says, "Did I miss Scarlett tonight, or she wasn't there?" If you blinked, you miss it. All it was a really quick segment where she was talking about how she's going to debut her wrestling abilities in Vegas next week for Uncaged. I thought it was going to be Uncaged. It's not. It's going to be Vegas. So Vegas, the tapings are going to be on fire. Total. So yeah, it wasn't a big segment. It was just her saying, "I'm going to make my debut in Vegas." So, which is appropriate because, well, it would have been cool. Actually, you know what? I'm going to retract that. It would have been cooler if it would have been down in Mexico, because she's actually been wrestling a lot for AAA down there. So this is actually going to be her in-ring debut for Impact Wrestling. No clue who she's facing in Vegas. I'd like to think it's probably going to be someone local, and that's not a bad thing because they got a lot of great local talent that, like we saw at the last Vegas tapings. So, but man, her gear, maybe she'll have something new. She's been wearing that almost looks like a pleather bondage to the ring in Vegas and her other places she's been wrestling around the indies. My goodness. Wow. It's cheeky. She's very cheeky. She's showing a lot of tuckus. Crazy. So we'll see. Maybe she'll wear something flashy to Vegas. And by all means, while I'm talking about this, give me your thoughts and your opinions in the chat or the comments below. If you're watching this after the effect, and this will be, if you don't live, don't worry about it. The replay will be up on rantwithant.com later. The audio for this will also up on Sunday on iTunes on Wrestle Addict Radio. If you're more of an audio listening guy, not everybody watches YouTube, and that's fine. And it's something that, to each their own. There's so many kinds of podcasts out there. I like visual stuff, but most of the guys, I should say all the other guys with Ant Crew, do audio. And although some of them do some YouTube video clips and stuff like that. So by all means, great bunch of guys, several new podcasts as of 2019 on the Rant with Ant, part of the Wrestle Addict Radio family, the rantwithant.com family. Please go check. And also please go check out wrestlingwithwrestling.com. I'll be, getting back to my MLW reviews and stuff. I haven't watched Super Fight. I heard it was a lot of fun though. Been hearing positive about it as far as Lawler versus Loki and Lucha Brothers versus, oh goodness, Heart Foundation. Can't wait to check that out. There'll be, by the time I can, there'll be a new one this weekend. So probably won't. W's in the chat. Emily's taking over. What a cue. What a cue. You were waiting, weren't you? That was hilarious. So yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do. I didn't watch tonight's Women of Wrestling. I didn't watch last week's. I'll probably do a combo review within the next few days on that. What a gimmick. Too funny. So before we dive into this though, if you were following on social media or if you were watching on Twitch, you might have caught this. This was the highlight of watching. I mean, the matches were tremendous. It was a great episode of Impact Wrestling. Don't get me wrong. But if you were paying close attention, you caught this.
Henry Callahan's debut to Screw LAX at Bound for Glory 2017. That's number 3. Pipkin Brand subscribed with Twitch Prime. J-Bone 5150 subscribed with Twitch Prime. J-Bone. The Count of Cognito subscribed with Twitch Prime. Chin 11 months in a row. Eddie Edwards is in the.
That was a highlight. That was the first break. That was the commercial break they had. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that. That was the first commercial break that they had between segments in the live Twitch. And you know how they do shout outs. Thank you to those who subscribe on Twitch. And I got a little notification right before the commercial break saying, hey, you are a 4-month subscriber. Would you share? And I was like, yeah, click it. So I said, and sure enough, got the shout out from Josh Matthews and Don Callis. Don, the name J-Bone. That was pretty funny. So, get a little shout out there. Highlight of my evening. That was fun. Duke Togo's in the chat. What is up? Critical Sting's in the chat. Just watched the Bound for Glory match. Oh, is that what they had? They played right after the it was the ladies match, I believe it was played afterwards. Talking about a warm up to what's coming up next week. Duke Togo says, sucks what happened to Phoenix at the AEW show. Was that tonight? I was thinking about watching that, but I didn't want to miss Impact Wrestling. Yeah, they said J-Bone 5150. That's my Twitch. It's the same as my Twitter. Yep, that was me. Pretty. Duke, not that I want to talk about spoilers, but what? Okay. A bump went wrong, and the medics attend to him, so they had to make a makeshift stretcher to get him out of there as the show went off the air. Heard he got injured again. Oh, that sucks. Well, I'm sure if I jump on social media later after we're done with this, I'm sure someone will put a clip up or something. Well, best wishes to Phoenix then. My goodness, coming off all this hype, being a new tag team champ. the big feud with A.A. Darton with the Young Bucks. And the main event, let's talk about this main event for a minute. Where is it in my notes here? Here we go. United We Stand. Fourth. Is it going to be the main? Is it going to be the main event? I think they said. Yeah, the main event. Lucha Brothers versus Sabu RVD. Wow. I mean, I'm not the biggest Sabu fan because, you know, he sometimes says some pretty unconventional things on social media. We'll just put it that way. But I do have a lot of respect for his past, you know, in the world of wrestling. Now did he get that hip surgery? I'm not sure. Thought I heard he got a hip surgery. So, but he was pretty banged up for past few years. So it'll be very interesting to see Sabu and RVD in the impact zone again, if you will, in April. RVD 420, I told you. Did you tell me? I don't remember the conversation. I apologize. Were you talking about RVD coming back to Impact Wrestling? Maybe. Apparently remembers. Oh man. So, but yeah, that's exciting. That's and it's gonna be an Extreme Dream match. So, you know, there's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff. So let's hope and pray that Phoenix is okay, that he's not too badly banged up. And if he is injured, that he's okay in a few months. Still, you know, a few months away. We got the rest of February, March, and then the first week of April. J-Bone doesn't have great short-term memory. You are correct, sir. It's called getting old, dude. Couldn't even tell you what I had for breakfast. Actually, yeah, I had what the hell did I have for breakfast? Oh, I made some eggs and threw some mini pepperonis in it and some cheese. It was really awesome. And I threw it on some toast. J-Bone is a pretty cool name. That nickname goes way back when I was working at a newspaper back 20 years ago. It was about 20 years ago, actually. And the one girl I always worked with, as far as, because I made ads. I was a desktop publisher, I guess you could say. I made ads for a newspaper, and the girl that I always worked with, she nicknamed me J-Bone, and it stuck. So that nickname actually goes way back. Eggs and mini pepperonis. Yeah, believe it or not, it's pretty good. See, what you do is you take a little butter and you take a handful of the pepperonis and you throw them in first. Stir them up a little bit, then you add your eggs and your cheese. Get them all fired up and juicy. Greasy, but it's yummy. So yeah, let's talk about this show. Man, if I had to pick a highlighted match from the show, it'd be really, really flipping hard. I am not gonna lie. The event was solid, but damn, don't sleep on that Puma King Sami Callihan match. I'm glad I paid to it because I was like, okay, it's a preview of coming attractions. Oh, pardon, I'm soda. So Allie is a heel. Yes, she went to the dark side. She's about as heel as it gets. She's all, creepy. Painting, whatever. No Rosemary in this one. That was interesting. I mean, we had the message reveal during the episode. So it was sort of like her presence was there, But obviously, something big is going to happen at Uncaged, or save it for the Vegas tapings. But you got to think something big is going to happen soon, They've been building this up. And I hope she's physically able to really get back in the ring. I haven't seen any of her recent matches, so I don't know how capable she is of, going one, because Allie's damn good. We're talking about the women. Let's just talk about the match. We'll just kind of bounce around here. That match between Kiera Hogan and Allie, wow. Props to Kiera Hogan. And I know I've said this before. She was Maria's assistant. That was a time when I wasn't watching as consistently as I am now. Back when she was like the cute little bunny, and I Allie back then. But over the course of the last year and a half, she's become quite the badass in the ring, And I haven't watched a lot of her indie stuff. Watching this whole evolution of Allie over the last, year and a half to 2 years in Impact Wrestling has been a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. And it took me a long time to really jump on the Allie train. I felt like, and I did this before, I'm reiterating myself, but that's all right. I kind of felt like she was just like another kind of like a Bailey ripoff. Just character-wise, in ring a little different, but I was like, man. But yeah, now she's kicking ass. She's really. Her and Kiera Hogan, holy cow! And very, like I said, interesting. No Rosemary, no lights out, no one disappearing, someone else showing up. It was just a solid match, and Hogan got the win. And you got to think there's tension growing between Su Yung and Al. We brought you to the dark side, but now you're kind of, you're not holding up your bargain on being the evil asker you're supposed to be, and you're getting a little demented, like there's something off with you. And this whole thing with Rosemary is really messing with her head. So I like this storyline. I like it. And they got the messages on the wall and stuff. I don't remember what the message said tonight, but it was pretty cool. It's an easy way to do a little supernatural thing without being too ridiculous. I know some people don't dig it, but whatever. Everyone's, can't everyone. Now Maria's doing nothing in WWE. You ain't lying, Ronnie. You ain't lying. She's a new mama. They got a kid now. Damn cute kid. RVD is going to be the champ this year somewhere. Bold prediction. Hey, go on YouTube, and I don't remember what the heck it's called, but RVD, you could probably check the dirt sheet pages. I'm sure one of them or a couple of them advertised it. You know what? I think the Insider did just a real quick article talking about it and helped to spread the word about it. RVD's got a documentary about his recent years, being RVD. Life on the road, what it's like to be him, life with Katie, what's her name? Katie Forbes? I think that's her name. He girlfriend, also on the WoW TV show. So yeah, that shows him hanging out with fans And I don't really know a lot about him other than his, past history with ECW. He's a champ, former WWE champ. Yeah, smokes a lot of pot. He's still known for that. He still can go in the ring, obviously working a reduced schedule, big time. Probably doesn't charge as much as Taker. Actually, I take that back. We were doing a charity podcast trying to raise money for fighting cancer a few years ago, and someone tried to get RVD on the podcast. They emailed his publicist, and we were going to try to get him on for like a quick interview, because you want people to tune in. You try to get some interviews, people. I think the biggest name we got was Jeff Jarrett. We talked to him for about 15 minutes, which is pretty cool. So you want people to tune in and donate to the cause. Well, the message back from RVD's guy that he charges it was some ridiculous amount, like 20 grand per appearance. It's like, we're trying to raise money for cancer. We're not super mega professionals. What the really? It's like we just want to do a quick interview with him. We're trying to raise some money for cancer, and you're going to charge us 20 grand to win. Wow. Okay. So that that put a mild sour taste in our mouth about RVD for a while. Like, really? Just like, hey, you're cool and all, but we ain't paying you no grand when we're trying to like just raise money for cancer. I think we raised about $1,000 that weekend, close to it. It was a good weekend. Something like that. We did pretty good. That was back when I was a part-time host for the Wrestle Addict. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. That's kind of pre-Rant With Ant, the whole podcast family I'm associated with. Great time back then. Great time. And out of that came some wonder, some podcasts disbanded. I've been doing this for 5 years, but now Rant With Ant is quite the growing family. He's got a huge fan base. RantWithAnt.com family is growing, and I do Impact Wrestling for him. So, proud family member there, let me tell you. Allie versus Kiera Hogan was tremendous. Kiera Hogan getting a solid win out of there with Jordan Grace at ringside. Nice to see some pump tonight. Did you guys see the pinup she's selling with the chainmail, like big wares? She's actually selling those. That's pretty dope. RVD is the long rascal before the Rascals became a team. That's hilarious. That'd be funny if he came back for some tapings, like, they bring him in for some, and he did a segment with the Rascals. How awesome would that be? Seriously, that'd be pretty flippin' funny. Did she hulk up? Yeah, I mean, I think she had shades on, and she was like this. That's what the pinup looks like. Pretty cool. Then she did some math. No, I'm kidding. And as long as we're talking about the women, I mentioned this earlier, but I'll repeat it again for those who just came in. Scarlett Bordeaux is going to make her debut in the ring for Impact Wrestling in the Vegas tapings, which are coming up just a week away. So in another couple of weeks. Next week is Uncaged. It's not going to be then. We might find out who she's going to face next week, but I don't have a clue. So we'll see. Critical Sting says, hot take. Decay formed with Marty the Moth. Very interesting. You know, not to cheat, but I honestly thought for a bit that Marty the Moth was going to show up, possibly because he's been spending a lot of Vegas lately, shooting a new TV show in Vegas. So I was thinking, hey, maybe I'm going to become part of the AEW thing, because he's also wrestled a lot within the last year to 2 years for AAA. Tremendous, but no Marty the Moth. But that's not to say that, you know, the road they can't make that happen, because like I said, the same entertainment company that owns Lucha Underground owns, so there's no reason why Marty can't become a part of AEW. That'd be dope. That'd be really, really something. Selena De La Renta versus Scarlett Bordeaux dream match. Oh my Lord in heaven. That'd be too much sexy for me. I'd need a cool drink or something. Marty was in the Twitch. Marty. Oh, okay. You mean tonight? Wow. RBD was their manager to the Rascals. Would be awesome. Yeah, that would be. RBD is the main event. He usually is whenever he shows up. I'd love to meet him. In fact, you know, I'm still deciding like what to put behind me. I've got some newer figures and I've got some classic ones. One of my classic ones, in fact, it's one of my first ones. If I can get it off of here without, you know, destroying the place, is this guy. This is one of the Jack specific ones from WWF days. How old is this? 2002. This one and the Goldberg from about the same year ones I have. And I think I've got a Kevin Nash around here too, but I'm not going to dig it out because I took them all down except for a couple ones like way off. So, but yeah, there we go. Real scan, real scale, real. It's little dusty, but yeah, RVD right there. One of the oldest ones I've got. Pretty slick. It'll be interesting to see what kind of music they use for him. They gotta be paying some big. Do you think Impact is paying RBD $20K? They're probably paying him more than that. People shit on Impact all the time. Impact has got some money. And I was talking to a friend the other day. I was like, man, with all these contracts and stuff, Impact has got to start making some big moves. You know, it's constructive criticism. You know, I'm not knocking the company. They've got a great roster, but they need to start making some big moves because I feel like everybody, Ring of Honor signing a bunch of people. They just lost the whole Elite crew. AEW starting up. MLW and Kurt Bauer, they're starting to make, you know, signing contracts like the Hart Foundation, those guys. Impact Wrestling has got to start some, you know, if they want to keep up with everyone. You know, a lot of people feel AEW is going to squeeze them out. If they can get the partnership, they'll be fine. I'm not saying everything will be perfect, but you know, it won't last forever. But you know, everybody scratching each other's back. Don Callis, I'm sure, can help with that too. we'll see what happens. We just got to stay patient and just hope they keep on putting on great shows like they did tonight, you know. Critical Sting says, damn, I wish Awesome Kong wasn't retired yet. Imagine her putting Jordan out. I thought she still wrestled. Like, made appearances once in a while and still wrestled. Maybe she did retire. Well, I know she's still on that show. Glow? So I'd be if she was retired, but maybe she is. I didn't hear. I'd have to look into that. Don't underestimate the depth of the. We saw that last night at the rally. You know, some new names, some big names, some names you never heard of. All getting a chance to shine. Tremendous. And that's a great thing about Impact Wrestling. You know, look at what they're doing with guys like the Rascal Stars. Holy shit. Giving them their little funny segments, you know, the little, you know, marijuana jokes, you know, the that 70s show segment, and giving them a chance to be stars in the ring, really show off their talent. They're back. It's unbelievable. Hoping the Rascals get some new merch besides the, you know, the pro wrestling tee. I think Impact has got to up their game in the merch department too. But they're still taking baby steps. They're still kind of dusting off some of their old TNA funk. They've made significant positive changes. We just have to hope that they keep doing it. You know, their social media has been tremendous. Stuff, the artwork and stuff they've been sharing, it all looks like $1 million. I love it. Well, with the Rascals against Rohit Raju. Wow. What a match between those two. That you know, Trey Miguel did a couple of big stomps to Rohit. And Raj at ringside, Raj Singh, getting dirty a couple times during the match. I was a little the Rascals didn't take him and his papa out. A little surprised, not gonna lie. They just kind of hung back and just watched it happen, you know? And I feel like the Rascals are okay, for lack of better words, frisky enough to, you know, go do something like that. You know, if some shit's going down, go take them out. They're kind of interesting. Smiley Kylie. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, I mean, she's a Chi-Town girl. She's a Midwest girl. She wore that dress to the AEW rally last night. Hello, who wears a dress in a 40-degree? Who? Midwest girls. Hell yeah. I pointed to myself. That was kind of weird. I don't wear a dress in 40-degree weather. I want to just put that out there right. Yeah, that went, wow, that went bad. Can we edit that later? No, we're live. Yeah, I know we're live, but what are you gonna do? We're sober tonight too, folks. Diet Dew. The sugar will get. Louise says, do you think AEW will let Kenny Omega wrestle some matches for Impact? Kenny was very close on signing with Impact. Yeah, I mean, they were trying like hell. Jericho had meetings with the whole Impact, you know, brass. In wherever they were, Canada, wherever. So I think that there is a pretty strong possibility. I'm crossing my fingers because it'll really help Impact out. Um, I think everybody will win. You know, I really do. Yeah, I'm open. I would love to see like Kenny versus hell Johnny Impact. You know, Kenny Omega versus uh, uh well, we've seen Pentagon, we've seen Phoenix. Um, name someone. I don't know. Eddie hell, that would even be a tremendous match. You know, and I'm talking about if like Eli Drake's been talking towards about bringing back the classic Eddie Edwards and putting down the the Kenny the kendo stick. Different Kenny. Um Kenny Omega is somewhere. No, I'm kidding. Um Kenny Omega versus CM Punk. Well, that's if CM Punk comes out of the closet of his Chicago condo apartment after. I don't know where you go with that. I know that just got weird too. Um, Kenny Omega versus Eli Drake. Yeah, Kenny Omega versus Killer Cross. Not a bad match either. Eli Drake versus MJF feud. Oh God. Two of the sassiest bitches in wrestling. Oh my God, that would be a riot. Hearing those two go, I mean, it'd be a little weird because usually MJF just goes off forever. But if you do both of them and they're both on the mic, they're both very with their mic skills. That would be that'd be hilarious. Just them in an argument in the ring on the mic. Good night. And someone's gonna get slapped with a scarf. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fun to do some fantasy booking with that. Maybe we'll do that sometime. Talk about the possibility of, I don't do that too much because, that gets done so much, but I try to keep it on here, but it is fun once in a while. So yeah, we've got Drake talking to Eddie Edwards about putting the old tights on, getting back to his old school in-ring ways. They've got that they're going to be a part of. Is that they're going to be part of the World Cup? Is that what it is? Let me quickly look that up. New Pentagon and Phoenix. Let's go to their Twitter page real quick. Okay, here we go. So we got the four-way. Quick. Tessa, Taya. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's 4-on-4 elimination style, I believe is what they said. It's the World Cup. So you got Puma King, Arrow, Viking, and Psycho Clown versus Callahan, Eddie Edwards, Eli Drake, Falaba. That's going to be a riot. Like I said, I know I missed last week. I should still, but I'll find it somewhere. Ethan Page versus Willie Mack. Didn't out of nowhere, but that should still be a damn good match. But that fatal 4 weeks. And no, I don't want any spoilers. I kind of assume Johnny's going to win, but do the math. He doesn't have a very good chance, but we'll see. So, but they got to have more than that, I think. And I'll look up more on the Phoenix situation later. Maybe I'll do an update tomorrow if I hear more news. Wow. Oreo getting some love on Twitter. I put up the picture of me Sleeping Angels. There's a name I don't think I recognize. Welcome. Be epic. Yeah, it is. Their pay-per-views or their views that are not pay-per-views are always decent. That's one thing, how many people shit on how many viewers they've got or whatever. The quality's there. You can't deny that. Like I said, the wrestling, there was not a bad match tonight. There wasn't. There were some that were better than others. Like the main, geez, Louise. You notice Josh Matthews almost started losing his voice? Doing his best, not saying he was trying to imitate JR, but, how many times in the past have we heard, Jim Ross, squeezing a kidney out of his ass, losing his mind, Mike. Damn you, Triple H, damn you. All bent over, holding his hat. Classic. Don Callis picking up Josh Matthews. Get up. Call the match. All right, what else we got here? That opening match. And Rich Swann versus OVE, the Chris brothers, Jake and David. Man. Off the show with, I'm sure some people are going to call that match of the night. Or sleep on the Chris brothers. But man, they did mention during the match, Willie Mack and Rich Swann, maybe some road going for the tag belts, It's been interesting to see what they're doing with the whole, Sammy and Rich Swann thing. And it's actually built on a relationship. It's not a feud for a belt. That's what's interesting. I mean, it's an interesting piece between the two because they go way back. And it's about, Sammy trying to get Rich to join his crew, his family. Is that going to turn into a match? Because they're supposed to have face off in the ring. I don't know if it's going to turn into an impromptu match. And I've talked about that before. Callahan says something to Rich Swann like defend your championship, your X Division. I'm like lost my mind for a second there. Defend your X Division championship. What belt does he have? Put your belt on the line. If you win, we'll leave you alone. But if you lose, I'm champ and you join us. I can't remember the last time I saw anything like that. I know it's happened before. I'm sure it has. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Pretty slick. I wouldn't mind seeing that. So we'll see what happens next week. Some kind of face off in the ring. Critical Sting says Shane Strickland should join Swan versus OVE for a 3 versus 3 at Rebellion. Shane's one of the hottest free agents right now. See, and that's what I'm talking about. Impact Wrestling needs to start putting up some money. What they're paying their guys to stay under contract with them. Like, okay, like Ethan Page and Grace. Excuse me. Both recently signed with the company, got all their ducks in a row internationally with Page because he's Canadian or whatever. I have no clue what their contracts are. If it's per event thing, for X amount of years, for X amount, I have no idea. But it is so good. Man. And I became a fan of his watching Lucha Underground, and then his indie stuff. Jeez Louise. And he's a free agent right now. And, he was a part WrestleCon weekend last year with the whole Lucha Underground versus Impact. So, yeah, I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. So, but yeah, I don't really want to get into Lucha Underground discussion. That's too big of a talk to have tonight. But yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Next, people trying to get out of contracts, and I don't want to touch that tonight. And it sucks that it's like that because I love Lucha Underground, and now they have such a name, it's not even funny. And that's about all I want to say about that. It's a damn shame. It really is. It makes me sad about the whole product because it looked like the whole show was going to shit. Puts a real bad watching a show like that. And it's such a good show. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but if you follow me and I've been a devout watcher, follower, reviewer for the last 4 seasons. So sorry, another one. I realize that's loud. I'm sorry. If the muffler on the can to correct it or whatever. Overthinking this. All right, what's left here? Okay, talked about okay, so Willie Mack and Rich Swann got the win, OVE, and they talked about what's happened over the last couple of weeks. There was no big confrontation though from Sammy, so that was kind of they just kept the rivalry fresh in our minds, which is fine. They announced the Fatal 4-Way for the championship next week. That match, Cross, Moose, Impact, and Cage. Impact defending. Talked about versus Allie. Kiera Hogan, that is. Not brother, not that one. Kiera Hogan. I like the little backstage segment, Johnny Impact showing up in the hotel lobby or whatever, getting interviewed by some guy. No clue who that was. And then Cage is nose to nose with him. And it was, when you're watching Twitch, you can't rewind it and listen to it. But I wonder if they censored it, because I'm pretty sure he said the doesn't it get fucking screwed or something like that? And it was like, wow, they really, I mean, he said it so fast. You could have missed it, but I'm pretty sure he said that. So if you find it on, should we on YouTube? Let's look it up on YouTube. It'll take 2 seconds to find it. The channel. Videos. Is it there? Not seeing it. Lucha Brothers, LAX, Red Swan. I'm not seeing the segment. Maybe they know he slipped the F-bomb in there. They couldn't put it up there. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I wonder if it's on Twitter. Oh, he's so unprofessional. He's looking up all this shit. Bear with me, folks. It's all for the sake of the F word and entertainment. Oh, let's quick look at the timeline here for Impact Wrestling on Twitter. See the segment. Tessa, Eli Drake, Moose. Ooh, Alyssa Santos. My goodness. Squeezing her into that, whatever she had on. Holy shnikes, that was tight. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Go thing. I really need to watch last week's episode because, man, I keep hearing about Sun's entrance with that flame. That's easy to say. Flame thrower. Dear God. Don't grow old. Here it is. Let's listen.
Yeah, sure. Tough times for you. Brian Cage been here for 10 seconds at homecoming. Killer Cross choking you out. And Moose pinning you.
Okay, I missed something? Because I didn't hear a question in any of that.
What about the announcement?
What announcement? What are you talking about?
The announcement made by Impact Wrestling earlier today. The match, and I'm Cage versus The Machine, is now a format between Cage, Cross, Moose, and yourself as opponents.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, it is. Look, it's all over Twitter. Here it is. Look.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I got a four-way now, and I find Menendez in a hotel lobby.
Come on.
Son of a... Sucks me fucking getting screwed. See you next week.
Yeah, they slipped it in there. There you go. They slipped an F-bomb in there. Sucks when you fucking get screwed. Wow. Little edgy there. Dropping an F-bomb. I wonder if it was censored on Pursuit. Because like Scarlett Bordeaux doing the banana thing a couple weekends ago. Let me know if you guys caught that. Funny. Psycho Clown comes out with the flaming fist on his. Yeah, I've seen him do a few different things. Yeah, and he swings it around, and it's like a 4, 5 foot flame, whatever. It's not like Aerostar. Aerostar comes out. He's got that can of what hairspray or whatever. Lights it, and it's like a 10-foot flame shooting straight up into the air. I love it. You got to do that shit in like a big arena setting because you need space around you. You can't do that in little into. Cage still doesn't get his one-on-one rematch. Uh-oh. Yeah, it was supposed to be. It's very interesting how they've built this. So, yeah, I'm not thinking about who's going to win next week. No, I don't want to know any spoilers. That's one thing I pride myself in here is I don't talk about spoilers. Unless the company spoils it, then I'll talk about it. But they haven't. So, and then they announced, like I said, the main event for United We Stand. Rated some ticket sales for the event. That's kind of nice to see right off the bat. No clue where it is or how much they're selling for this. You gotta assume it's in a smaller ballroom type setting, but it is what it is. You know, it's about what they're doing. Samstown is about the place I think they've been in lately, as far as like a smaller type arena setting. So we'll see what they do. WrestleMania. Talked about Trey Miguel versus Rohit Raju. Tremendous win there. Scarlett Bordeaux debuting in Vegas. Sammy versus Puma King. Holy shnikes. That's sick. That was one I was not excited for. I love Sammy, and I know Puma King's good, but I was like, how, you know, and I'm usually not like that with Sammy. Like, because I'm not saying Sammy's one of my favorites, but Sammy's good. Sammy's underrated. Don't get me started on this little head with Dan from Milwaukee. Mr. No Belts. Oh! Mr. Austin Aries. So, possible return? Let's get a live reaction from you guys watching. Put it in the chat. If Aries, take your ball, Dan. It's 2 days. It's like, really? We're using the real names now? If they bring Aries back, are you excited about it? Do you not like it? I want to you guys say in the chat. And for those watching afterwards, listening to this, put it in the chat down below as well. Let what you think. And while I'm waiting for some responses, I'll keep going on this. But yeah, Puma King versus Callahan. I mean, it really just blew me away. Puma King is so good. And I haven't seen a ton of his matches, but I know he's, I believe, in Mexico with Sammy Guevara, I think. But yeah, tore it up and just clobbered the crap out of each other. Sammy's so nasty. Do you see that at the end of the match? He had a big old goober going up the side of his face. He's so, so disgusting. But I love him. Love me some Sammy Callahan. Talked about the Eli Drake thing with Eddie Edwards. Sleeping Angel says, I hope he never comes back. He acted like a child. I won't be for it. I hear you. Primetime says it makes it very interesting. Also, we may shoot, aka pipe bombs. Yeah, he's been known to do that. Critical stance. So, I mean, I will give that to Aries. You know, behavior aside, what he did at was it Bound for Glory? I forget where he stormed off, flipped off everyone. Oh, and if you guys did the little behind the scenes documentary from that weekend with the big main event between Johnny Impact and Austin, they showed what Aries did after he went backstage. That was very interesting. That made it feel like, oh, he really is a shit, you know? Like he didn't want to lose to Johnny. He wanted to stay champ. And I get that. You know, pride representing a company. You want to be champ. Everyone wants to be champ. Well, maybe not everybody, but, you know, everyone top at some point, represent the company. And if you feel like you're the best man to do it and you got a bit of a chip on your shoulder, then it's going to. But damn. It was time to turn the page. It really was. It was time to turn the page, start a new journey. Critical Sting says, while I really enjoyed Aries' last run, I truly believe he was a well-liked person backstage. Yeah, we've heard some we've heard some responses on so different interviews. Oh yeah, okay, it was Bound for Glory. Okay. Wrestling getting real. Yeah. Uh-oh. Feels like Patron 2.0. But waits to pick his spots to be a dick. Yeah, like Patron just like, you know, doesn't show up for like, you know, the main event. Crazy. Weekend. He was supposed to headline against Aries, turned into another huge turning page point in the company where they created, you know, they decided, which was a genius, stroke of genius by all means, shows the mind of, I believe that was right around the time that Scott D'Amore and Don Callis took over, right around that time, and showed that in a pinch, they really put some good shit together. They put Austin Aries, your opinion is of him, they put Austin Aries in the main event against, what they made? They made it a triple threat against the Pentagon. And then they redid it because it got such rave reviews at the next like big show they were supposed to have a couple weeks later, and put the belt on Pentagon. That reign was short but sweet, but still it was a significant, you know, company to like, wow, we did not see that coming. That was amazing. Good on them, you know. But yeah, great match between Sammy and Puma King. So apparently the team captain, I don't know who's like supposed to be the team captain for AAA. According to the poster, it's supposed to be Psycho. I suppose he's like the biggest name out of the four, I guess, whatever, which is fine. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do predictions for that. Maybe I will sometime during the week next week. We'll see. And then, wow, how good was that main event tonight? Just when you thought that they couldn't, top the last big match they had together. Jeez Louise. And I didn't see last week, but I guess that's where they re-earned their spot to go for the championship. 3-on-3 was they threw Taurus on one side and I can't remember who. But yeah, tremendous match between LAX and, like I said, it was so funny listening to Josh Matthews just about lose his damn voice. What do they call that move? That finisher, Fear Factor Spike. I wrote down Fear Factor Spike ×3 because I think it was 3 times they did. That was just sick. Daga, thank you, Critical Sting. Could not think of the guy on the other side. Daga's another guy. So, hey, how about, I'm changing the subject a little, but Kenny Omega versus Daga tonight would not be a bad match. Who would you like to see in Impact? You know what? Of Dean Ambrose. Man. He and Callahan, I mean, I don't think maybe some of the younger fans watching current stuff maybe know. But can Moxley go back? Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look up some old CZW shit on YouTube. Some of those and matches they had together, they used to be called, someone fill in a blank in the chat. They were called like the, someone just did. Look at that. I love you guys. Damn. Tremendous. Critical Sting said Switchblade Conspiracy. Oh, I think you're right. I think you are right on that one. But yeah, that's what their tag team was. Callahan and Mox. So yeah, they go way back. I would love to see. I mean, Double or Nothing's in Vegas a month after he's supposed to leave WWE. Vegas is his hometown. You used to see him walk through the curtain at Double or Nothing. John Moxley. What's John Moxley doing here? Come on, who want to see that? But I would love to see him in the Impact Zone. That would really help. Talk about star power. That'd be nuts. I would love to see in there. Who else? Oh gosh. So we talk about Strickland. I would love to see Strickland in there. You start bringing in guys like Dean Ambrose. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of money being tossed around now, contracts. But you got to think, where would he have a better? I think, honestly, I think it's too early to tell as far as AEW because they're still building their roster. But a roster that's already set, Killer Cross versus Dean Ambrose. Good night. Headline that and everywhere. Please, can I smash that like button if you want to see Killer Cross versus Dean Ambrose or John Moxley. Good night. Holy shnikes. And I don't he's not empathy, and I think he's just kind of focusing maybe a little more on his MMA. There was a time when I didn't want Jack Swagger or Jack Hagar, whatever he's called, where I did not want him made impact. After watching him in this last season of Lucha Underground, hell yeah, bring him in. The guy can go. A guy like him is not featured on a regular basis on WWE for or you know, put it to several months like him. You know, they stick him on main event or house shows or whatever. You forget how good he is. He's a former champ. Not that everyone that's a champ is $1 million, but you know, I feel like Jack Hagar could really bring something unique and special to any roster. Evilise, thank you, Critical Sting. Tremendous woman talent. I hope she really contract and for anyone. I think the other names in that the contract dispute are and Phantasma, aka King Cuerno. Stu Bennett. I don't think he's wrestling. Last I saw him, he was he was in the ending 5 minutes of the last season of Lucha Underground. He was part of the UK's World of Sports, that show. So, I mean, I don't know. It would have to be in a figure of sorts. By the way, his new movie, if you get anyone has Netflix, his new movie just hit Netflix recently. I put it in my what do you call that? The list, you know, whatever. Added it to my list. I'm going to watch that. So might even review it on here. I'm waiting to see when Batista's new one is going to hit too. But yes, Stu Bennett's Stu Bennett's movie looks pretty good. Tag teams I'd like to see. Oh man. Honestly, I think Impact Wrestling is doing pretty damn good on tag teams. I wouldn't mind seeing. Well, they just brought back. They featured them on. Shit! What's their side show? Explosion on the GWN network. No Joey Ryan. Let him go to AEW. Down into literal lips. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that gut check. Jeez Louise, that was horrible. Tag team Jack Evans and then Helico. Oh, I'd love to see those two. Those two did. If any of you had back, was it 2 years ago, whatever we're going into now, I watched some great shit on Flow Slam. On Lucha, what was that company that was around for like a half a year? They put on some really fun events, and it introduced me to a lot of my favorites that are getting really hot today, like Viper and some other in the UK. They did a few events where they brought in Angelico and Jack Evans as a tag team in forever. It was Will Ospreay's company, and someone else was a part of it too, and then there was some bad money hand off to the way it went by the wayside. But they put on some really good shit. The main event was Kins in the first event against Shane Strickland. And that was honestly a taste of Shane Strickland on the indies, seeing him outside of the kill shot character. So I was like, wow, sold. Tremendous talent. So, but yeah, I mean, you can still look that up on YouTube. I believe the whole first event is on YouTube. Go check it out. Viper was on there. Bea Priestley is supposed to go to AEW. I don't think she's going to end up sacked. Viper is still up in the air, but I think WWE is going to get her. Oh, man. Where do you see Dean Ambrose next? I honestly think he's going to end up in Vegas, show or nothing. I tell you what, that Double or Nothing event is going to be. There's going to be some surprises. If Ambrose and Punk show up on the same night or some shit like that, that'd be nuts. Destroying Kayfabe chat, what is up? What's up, CM Styles? Much love, brother. You're up late tonight. Damn. Yeah. It's super late tonight. Holy shnikes. It's after midnight here. Still got 14, 15 viewers. Damn. It's late tonight. Oh, we'll get out of here soon. I'm getting tired. I want Garza back. Yeah, I don't know. I heard some about him recently dealing with MLW. Like, he didn't show up for shit. No showing events, but he no-showed something and went to go talk with WWE about something, so decided to not book him anymore. You know, stuff like that. It's like, you know, kind of puts a sour taste in your mouth about certain people. Like that they kept bringing him out and he was injured all the time and he was half-assing it in the ring. I don't know who he really blamed it on more. Management or the person. I don't know. You know, I wouldn't have put him out there injured because he couldn't do shit with his one arm. He was great before he got, but Ambrose, Zack Ryder, Revival, or others. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't think Revival's going anywhere for a while unless they, you know, tamper with their own and do something to get kicked out, like, you know, smoke some dope on a weekend or something. I don't know. Fail a blood test. I don't know. Yeah. I like him, but I don't know. And now they're doing a tag thing with him and Kurt, kind of interesting. Kurt Hawkins. We'll see where that goes. DK doing some streaming on Twitch. Nice. Some gaming. Go check out Destroying Kayfabe. Styles is in the process of the podcast back together. He's been struggling with some personal things, but he's what I would a good brother. So we're hoping you keep building that and get it back on the regular soon, brother Styles. Sleeping Angel says it's going to be epic, Campbell or nothing. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. Apollo Crews belongs in the X division. Lying about that. If Ethan Page can be in there, so can Apollo Crews. Rated. What's the last thing they did with him? Oh, they had him in a pose off with Bobby Lashley on Martin Luther Day. What a fucking slap in the face. Seriously. I don't talk about a lot of stuff, but damn. That'd be like marching me out in the middle of the ring talking about, you know, Martin Luther King Day. Some fat, bald, white guy. Ooh, really? You know? Bring out Titus O'Neil. You know, he's a good talker. You know, and talk about the importance of Martin. No, what did you do with your prominent guys on the roster? Put them in a pose down of all things. Fucking slap in the face. Unbelievable. Why are you so sleepy? Because I've been up since the morning. And I've been running around all day, taking care of my wife. She was very sick. No. No, you didn't piss me off. No. I'm triggered. No, I'm not triggered. No. It takes a lot to piss me off. Like, if you're trolling me, I'll just kick your ass out of here. No biggie. WWE is a joke sometimes. Totally. I mean, they're doing some okay things with some people, but damn, yeah, they're so inconsistent. It's very. I didn't watch them for several months, but I've been, I'll be honest. I'm very curious to see what they're doing with Ambrose, and it's like, I want to know, but I don't want to know. So I'm kind of keeping my ear to the ground on that one. Curious what they're doing with Kurt. A couple things. You see Becky Lynch, every 2 seconds, Twitter feed. The man. What did she grow? A penis or something? Jeez Louise, what is that? Oh, you can't say that. Yeah, I know. She beats and they call her the man. And why don't you just do Seth versus Becky Lynch, headline WrestleMania, and whoever wins, you can call him the man. It's not rocket science. Just do it. Oh, but that's intergender and do intergender. Do you think Impact will go after AJ Styles' deal? My opinion, they should bring him back. I would love to hear that. See that? Damn, yeah, I'm getting tired. I would love to see that. AJ is one of those guys, you could put him in any company. He'll fit right. It'd be great to see him with his old, club, Bullet Club guys. It'd be great to see him back and, help out for an Impact Wrestling. Some veteran talent, put over some new guys, or you have a last championship run there. I'm good, It's whatever's going to be easiest for him and his family. I mean, yeah, money's important, but I think what I've heard is he's going for the relaxed schedule, kind of like Orton. See what happens. Or at least put him in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. There's no reason why they have a great relationship with the WWE now. There's no reason why they couldn't, Hell, Steel Christian, put him in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I don't know. She's not my favorite women's wrestler. Sasha's my favorite women's wrestler on main roster. Just saying. Yeah, Sasha's good. They had Ambrose interrupt EC3, who hasn't spoken since his main roster debut, even though he got over with his mic work. Yeah. Completely agree. Poor E3, the mute. Unbelievable. All right, so that's my thought. We kind of went off course there, but yeah, it's fun to talk about that. And it's kind of in the process of, catching up on what everyone else has been talking about the last week that I was not here. A lot of contracts up. Everyone's talking about this guy leaving, Orton leaving, Usos, Sasha Banks, all this crap. Dean Ambrose, whose contracts are up, who's going to go where, who's going to, It's fun. It's fun to talk about I think it's, you can't take too much of it seriously because I think, like they said, I don't think anybody sees Orton going anywhere, but it's a business and he's got to do what's right for him. If Khan is going to pay him 7 figures, Orton's got kids. I'm sure he's alimony in there somewhere. The fans are important. The fans want this, fans want that, but put yourself in their shoes. Schedule, money, all very important. So you can't blame, people were like losing their minds. Where's Kenny going to go? Kenny's got a lot of friends in the WWE. I was not going to be surprised if he showed up in the WWE as much as fans didn't want it. He's in AEW. Everybody can breathe a sigh of relief, except for the ones that go, oh, I wanted to see Kenny Omega versus Xavier Woods. Cue the crickets. Okay, that'd be fun, but, yeah, I'm sure Kenny could have done some tremendous things in the WWE. Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns if he got healthy. I hope Reigns comes back. That's something I took very seriously when he stepped away to fighting his cancer. That's a very sensitive subject for me, and that's he may not be my favorite guy to watch, but I don't wish it on anyone. I hope he comes back someday. Lesnar, that's another one. Jeez Louise. I guess my only opinion on that is I hope that if he does go somewhere else like AEW, if he does in AEW within the next year or two or whatever, that he has better matches than he does now. That he actually goes back to his old school being a victor and not just doing a million suplexes, because that is the most boring shit on the planet. Can't stand that. Do one 13 times in a row and then beat him. Really? That's lazy writing. Stupid shit. Sting. He's going to be at the StarCast too. So, yeah, who knows? Goldberg, who knows? I love Goldberg, but I don't know what they're with him. Oh, so all right, let's wrap this up. I am getting tired, and it's like really flipping late. We've been doing this for almost 2 hours. That's long enough. That's like my limit. 2 sodas or 2 beers, whatever. Because then I gotta pee. Like you guys wanted to know that, but anyway. Tama Tonga. He ain't going anywhere. He's got a good with the club. I'm sure he's happy. Who knows? All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Like I said, we're still catching up on stuff. I got to catch up on WoW, MLW. I'm going to be bringing back J-Bone's Jacked Up Jukebox. Going to start talking about some music stuff soon. Going to do that once a week, once every other week, something like that, depending on what I find. I love talking about music, and I really want to bring that shit back. So keep an eye out for that if you like hard rock, heavy metal style, music is usually what I talk about. But different stuff, so who knows? But most of it will be like hard rock based, classic rock based. It's going to be a fun year for music. So, but yeah, we'll catch up on the stuff within the next week. Try to get a schedule going, but it's hard sometimes. But But nonetheless, one for staying patient. We got some great numbers off of the rally last night, and I'm hoping we can keep the channel. We're up to 600 something, 30 some subs. So if you're new, you're digging a con, please consider subscribing. We're trying to get up back to 1,000 so we can get monetized, so we can make a couple pennies on here. So, love everyone. Take care. And we'll see you down the road real soon. Good night.